What up, trucking family? I want to thank you for stopping in the Truckers Lounge to listen at me chit chat. I am your host, Priest Ingram, your trusted driver. I came on today because I want to talk a little bit about this new news that came out about Prime Inc. Hopper Bottoms division. Feel like that's a good topic to touch on. Maybe some understand it, maybe some don't. Uh, I've been in trucking since the year 2000, as I've said in previous videos. So I've been in this game for about 23 years now. I've hauled gravel, hopper bottoms, intermodal, dry van, reefer, flatbed. I've done everything except oversized. So I kind of got an understanding, what I would say my own understanding of how things work in the industry. But anyway, Prime yesterday on January 3rd, they officially came out and announced that they are starting their Hopper Bottoms division. They're going to be cranking up in the Indiana area. They're starting off with 25 trailers. And it appears to me by watching the video that they're going to start off like kind of like a test trial with their tanker division guys. And but they plan on growing. They don't have a harvest permit, so they can only haul up to 80,000 pounds, but they're offering customers drop and hook options as well, which I think that could probably cripple a lot of owner operators who've been doing this hopper bottom thing for like a generational deal. Um, I don't know how to feel about it. And this is what I can say. I can say this is a good thing for the company drivers. And the reason why I say that is because when I came in the industry, you only had like four divisions. You had like what dry van, reefer, flatbed, and tankers division. Just pick your poison. Now they are having more divisions, which is a great thing for the company driver's career because it gives them an opportunity to extend their portfolio in the trucking industry to where, like, as for guys like me, I started in the early 2000s. My experience in gravel, hopper bottoms, it came due to doing a lot of lying, I can say, and then on top of that, having guys in the area that teaches you how to run in those divisions. It wasn't difficult to me. It just depends on how you look at it. If you're an over the road driver, it could be a little different because you're doing a lot more stops. But anyway, back to Prime. I kind of got a concern, and the reason why I got a concern because I'm a country guy, and I know a lot of guys who've been doing like hopper bottoms and gravel. Owner operators, that's their thing, and this is going to be kind of like an infiltration, I would imagine, to a lot of owner operators. I know a lot of owner operators are saying in some of the comments on social media that they won't last, they won't be able to handle the weight. That's why I mentioned some of these options that they're offering to shippers. See, they're just going to be hauling regular 80,000 pounds right now. I think if they can get the drop and hook thing kicked off, I don't think they're going to bother getting their harvest permit because, in my opinion, it really won't be a need to if you're making it convenient for the farmer to have drop trailers. And you probably ask, well, who's going to hustle the trailers for them? Well, when I worked in the city as a local driver, I noticed a lot about how big companies move when they come in on contracts. They offer astronomical options of services to the shipper to run a back office. If they do a drop and hook, they put a truck out there, or they contract a company to go out there and move the trailers around, put them in and out of doors. So they got enough of money to spread around to make mistakes. They got more money than the average guy has to spread around. But in actuality, you can't be upset at them. I mean, it's a smart business move. I mean, just what, August 2023. It was surfing the web. Mr. Robert Lowe, which is the owner of Prime, he announced that they were either laying off 400 drivers, or they were halting hiring of 400 jobs due to a downturn in the rate for the reefer division, basically. Well, which I assume is probably all of their divisions. So then all of a sudden now, at the beginning of the new year, they're announcing a new division. So it's a smart move. It's just that I would say to the owner ops who've been doing hopper bottoms for years, or generational, you just gotta get your game up, and you gotta start offering your customers something a little bit more that would make them want to stay with you when these big companies start coming in. Because like when you look at history, I mean, everything, anybody from a small town that's, a 70s baby or older, they remember the small bakeries that ended up getting put out of business by franchise grocery stores or bakery stores coming in. They remember the local florists who got put out of business due to uh big major companies selling flowers online. And even in the trucking industry, you had divisions like intermodal that you used to could somewhat call home, to where you felt kind of safe that you can get work, make good money, and the work was endless. I myself saw personally when I started my authority in 2018, I was pulling a lot of cotton and seeds, and all you saw was owner operators out there. You didn't see big companies or nothing like that. Then when when everything started opening back up after the pandemic, I started seeing Snyder's, JB Hunt's, all these big companies picking up seeds. Rates start dropping. Hell, even DHL, the big company that had the big yellow airplanes and the yellow vans with the red writing on the side, DHL, they even opened up a warehouse, big ass warehouse in my area, housing agricultural products. And then, they end up getting this big contract with Bayers, which Bayers is a company that ships out a lot of agricultural products like soybeans and so forth. And they came in, and I mean, they dropped the rates. I mean, we were doing loads like 100 miles up the road. One pickup, one drop, $800 easy. When DHL and the other big brokers like Coyote and CH Robinson start infiltrating the cotton and seed division in my area, it went from having 100-mile load for $800 to having 100-mile load for $800, but with 5 stops in between. So they killed the timing on it. We used to get like 2 to 3 of those loads a day, no joke. And everything was good until the pandemic hit. And usually when things like that happen, you start, like the pandemic, so to speak, or a downturn in the economy, you start seeing these bigger companies scrambling, trying to find work to keep going because they got bigger companies. So they decide to infiltrate the smaller sectors that they never looked twice at before. And once they get there, they stay there. But yeah, I watched the video yesterday of the Prime, introducing the intermodal division. I got a little clip. I had to cut it down quite a bit, but I got a little clip I want to share with you, so that you can kind of like get a look from their lips, basically, on what they plan to do. So let me play this clip for you.
Customers, some of these were new customers. So we came back and huddled up and decided it was something we wanted to look into and get involved with. We have 25 trailers that we have taken purchase of, and we're going to start with our core customers and grow that business. And in the oil business, we have our core customers that we take care of. So we decided to reach out and start this new division. What in the heck are we hauling? What products are you going to be hauling?
So the commodity in the hopper business that we're going to be doing is corn, soybeans, uh, basically a grain meal mix, which is usually what you feed to your livestock. And then on our pet side, we're also going to be doing some bone meal. So, good question. What exactly is bone meal? Well, that's basically grinding up byproducts that they take to the feed mills out on your protein shippers. Um, there's a lot of other commodities out there that we're interested in. We're just kind of getting our feet wet right now, but there is some potential to move, some salt, some rock, a lot of different types of things out there that we can put in our hopper trailers.
Okay, so I the part that I really wanted a lot of guys to pay attention to, especially the owner operators who's actually pulling hopper bottoms, listen at the commodities that they're going to be hauling. And I know they're going to be starting in Indiana, but that's the key word. They're going to be starting in Indiana. If this becomes successful them, I'm sorry, if this becomes successful for them, this shit gonna spread like wildfire. They're gonna be all over the country in those fields, pulling everything that comes up out of the ground and some. So just something to think about, in my opinion. But I like to hear you guys' thoughts. Like I always say, this is an open platform. This is what we're building this platform for, so that everybody opinions matter, because two heads or more are better than one. I mean, I don't know it all. This just I'm just giving my perspective on my experience and what I have seen throughout my career. So yeah, just comment down below and give me your thoughts, man. I'm eager to hear it. I appreciate the support. Well, we appreciate the support, Gene and I, and we just want to thank you for all the support that you've given us, even if you're just watching our videos. But please give us your thoughts in the comment on what you think about this. Stay safe out there, drivers. We love you.